Hey everyone, welcome to Fantasy Football Fanalists. Billy and I are doing a live best ball draft here on UnderDog.
Yeah, buddy.
And draft starts right now. And it looks like I don't even know where I'm at.
What's your name on here?
B Stalder. Oh, you're at 1-7.
I got in?
You're in.
What?
I'm at 1-9. There we go. All right, so Billy is in here. That's excellent. We didn't think that Billy was able to make it in, given that he was on the Wi-Fi, but I am at the 109 spot. He is at the 107 spot.
What is happening?
I know Billy is frantically trying to figure out how he ended up not making it, but here we are. Okay.
That's okay.
So McCaffrey and Cook go off at the one, and McCaffrey and Cook go off 1-2. We have 10 seconds left for the 5J. Let's see what happens
Do we
here.
have the draft board pulled up?
Yeah, it's shared here.
You can go to scroll down.
Oh, he went Henry here.
So you can actually pull up the board itself.
Where?
Boom, right there.
Okay, cool.
And then you can export it as a tab so they can follow along.
All right, let me share that tab then.
And I'm up in. I didn't even register as. That's probably why it was giving me an error message. I was already registered.
There we go. So here we're sharing the board here, and Billy, you are up on the clock here next.
Yeah, we are actually in Ohio together. I actually flew out here. I'm with Bradley in Ohio. It's humid as hell. But we are out here for the FF.
All right,
Expo.
Devontae Adams is off the board. 5 running backs and then Devontae Adams. What are you thinking here?
This is a wide receiver heavy draft. I'm going to lock in Tyreek Hill. I'm on an iPad, and I'm normally drafting from a desktop, but I'm going to lock in Tyreek Hill. Got my wide receiver 1, and I'm ready to rock and roll. 1.07 in best ball on UnderDog. In a wide receiver heavy draft.
Where am I?
So go to live and then best ball. Or sorry, drafts.
Where? Oh, drafts.
And then active. And then one pick away. Click that.
Good. All right. So you went Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
And we're looking here at whether Kelsey goes off the board, Diggs, Jones.
It's not tight end premium.
It was Barkley. It is not tight end premium. You know what? I'm actually pretty comfortable with some of the running backs that might come back to me. So I'm looking there, and I think it's a teardrop here from Stephon Diggs to Calvin Ridley. So I'm going to go Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, buddy.
How do I draft him?
You can scroll down over here on the right, hit draft.
Okay. Why don't I?
Oh, you got a timeout. Oh, you got Travis Kelce.
Well, that sucks. Such is life. Oops. Oh, boy. It looks like I get Travis Kelce. Oh, shucks.
Bradley is fairly new to UnderDog. We're teaching him the ropes here.
But that's all right.
And there's alcohol involved. So it's
that might be the reason. This UnderDog draft is brought to you by Line and Kugel.
Or red wine.
Unofficial sponsor, by the way. But I'm not hating Travis Kelce there at 109.
He's still a difference at the position, and regardless if it's premium or not.
It's a onesie position.
It's not horrible. I mean, I'm not crazy about it in a non-tight end premium, but for an auto draft, you could have done worse.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, it's not Tyreek Hill.
Well, we see Austin Eckler and Aaron Jones go off. It's Stephon Diggs is still there.
Yep, he is.
No, not anymore.
How many picks until you're up? 3 picks away. I love how UnderDog doesn't have sound. I've been complaining about this for like 3 years. Bradley is 2 picks away.
I am.
I know for a fact if Calvin Ridley's there, he's going to lock him because that's his wide receiver 1.
That is my wide receiver 1. I'm pretty excited about the upside that Calvin Ridley presents. He's been a touchdown maker since he started his career. So if I can get Calvin Ridley here, that would be super boss.
I don't think you will.
We'll see. Why is it not updating like the time there?
It takes a minute. People time
Well,
out.
it's only 30 seconds to draft. So
There you go.
Right.
Oh my God, he made it. Scroll down. And I'll write it down here. Draft. Boom.
Boom. All right. Calvin Ridley is in there. Now, here's the thing. I've set myself up for a 0 RB draft.
You might as well YOLO it and rock and roll.
As well. Thanks, Auto Draft. We're going 0 RB here. This is how it is. But no, we'll see what type of running back might drop to me in the third round. Nick Chubb goes off. Oh, sniped.
No, I'm actually fine with that. Jonathan Taylor's looking good in camp with news of
Carson Wentz
possibly
and Quentin Nelson still
only
possibly being
missing
back.
Yeah, and both of them being back here sooner rather than later. I think Jonathan Taylor falling to the middle of the second is a steal. So I'm going to lock in Jonathan Taylor. I got Tyreek Hill and JT.
I think that is a teardrop, honestly.
Yeah, and then from there it drops off at running back, and then I still have an elite.
Najee Harris goes off right after Jonathan Taylor.
And I still have an elite wide receiver as well. So while we are live here, folks, feel free to ask any questions. We welcome live commentary.
For sure.
And a few other things while we're live here. We're going to be talking about our projections. We're going to be talking about statistics that we like with players. So if you like any of these talking points or any statistics, make sure to use promo code FFF20. That's 20% off all fantasy data subscriptions at the website. And for all of our Bestball Mania friends.
And it really informs us of what players we really like. So those subscriptions are really helpful to us, and we know they'll be helpful to you too.
And it stacks. It's best ball for crying out loud. I mean, it stacks with, I'm going to sit here and stack players. You can stack discounts. You get 20% off any of the fantasy data prices on top of the discounts that are already there. So use the discount. It's in the bottom right now. FFF20, 20% off all of our pricing at fantasy data.
I love it.
I am on the clock now on 7 picks. Let's take a look at the board.
So let's do that. So we see after you took Jonathan Taylor, Najee Harris, CEH goes off. DK Metcalf, Joe Mixon, AJ Brown does not make it to the third round. Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb are double tapped there with Christian McCaffrey at the 101. So Darren Waller goes off in the third. Interesting. And the 5J is up. And they've already gone 2 running backs. So looking at the board, we see Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin possibly there. George Kittle might also be an option.
I've seen people reach for J.K. Dobbins here in this format. It's not out of the normal. So anything is possible in these underdog drafts.
But it makes sense, though. Darren Waller has been going in front of George Kittle pretty much all of the drafts, and Keenan Allen does go off the board there. We're both very high on Keenan Allen, PPR machine, not used a lot in the red zone, but maybe that ticks up a little bit now that Hunter Henry's not there.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for Allen Robinson to fall to me. I'm not too concerned with his injury. I think he's going to be a monster as normal here in this offense.
Kyle Pitts goes off before George Kittle's. That's surprising.
That is surprising for me.
George Kittle goes off. Danimal probably was surprised there.
And boom,
on the clock.
I get Allen Robinson. So I'm excited for Allen Robinson there at this late, especially in this format. So I'll lock in Allen Robinson as my wide receiver 2. To me, that is a win.
So I'm looking here, and where am I at here?
I'm going to let everybody know we're live doing a best ball draft here.
Yeah, so I see Amari Cooper, Robert Woods, J.K. Dobbins, DeAndre Swift, and I'm on the clock, and let's see, J.K. Dobbins is not there. I don't want to feel like I need to take a running back here, but I really do like DeAndre Swift. I think that he offers a lot of upside that other running backs. I'm not worried about the committee with Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams,
you should be,
was a yeah, okay. No, he was a complimentary back, and that's going to be his role. DeAndre Swift was the running back 18 last year, despite missing all the games. And
he also has a groin injury, Bradley.
I'm not worried about that right now.
Running backs need those groins to cut.
Oh, gosh. Don't tell me about groins. All right, enough of that. But it also sets me up to be able to take a wide receiver here in the fourth
Or another
round.
running back because it's a wasted pick.
Get out of here. No, so taking Swift there allows some flexibility for my build because I would feel like, I would have to full commit to.
Flexibility would be helpful in the groin area, but he doesn't have it.
Okay, enough of that. So Mike Evans goes off at the 4-1. I think that's a little early, surprisingly.
That's about right. Yeah, especially in this format, because this is actually a pretty heavy
But we see
running
four
back.
straight wide receivers there.
Yeah, in this format, that's not abnormal. You're starting three wide
Mahomes
receivers.
went 202 and not a stack.
That's someone's on crack. That's just way too early.
Very early.
And then you have a very green heavy board here in the beginning. It's just abnormal for underdogs. So
and Julio Jones at the 4-2, that's a little early too, I think.
Yeah, with this format, the wide receivers do get pushed up,
but ahead of Robert Woods, ahead of Tyler Lockett, ahead of Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, very early.
Ahead of Chris Godwin, DJ Moore. I love those guys ahead of.
So you're on the clock now. What are you thinking here?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Tyler Lockett because I'm believing in upside, and that's what I'm gonna go with the rest of this build. I've got Kelsey. I came back around and took Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Swift and Tyler Lockett.
I want to thank you for giving me Bob Woods if he makes it. So
okay, there you go. But I'm all about the upside here, and
he made it.
I believe in the upside. Of all so. You get Tyreek Hill, Allen Robinson, Robert Woods, Jonathan Taylor. That's a great start.
Yeah, you can just crown me champ now if you want.
Get out.
I am the greatest alive. This is shaping out nicely.
We've got a comment. Here we go. We hoping for Kittle at 307 and
no.
Well, no. Kittle was taken at 306. So unfortunately he did not make it to you. But would you have gone Kittle there?
I would not have. I am fine pushing tight end in this format. You can get a TJ Hawkinson in this league in like round 6, round 5 at times. You can get
our quarterback too. It's Kyler Murray off the board.
You can get Noah Fant late in drafts. Like in this format and non-tight end premium, you can push tight end and get a solid tight end very late in these drafts. So I am fine pushing tight end in this format and grabbing, solid wide receivers early and often.
I'm also, one of the reasons why I wanted to take Lockett was not just because of his upside, but because of Russell Wilson's upside as well. So I'm going to look to stack there eventually. Hopefully I'm not sniped. But
snipe.
Well, there goes my draft strategy. Sorry, guys. But yeah, the reason why I still believe in the offense for the Atlanta Falcons, and I believe in the offense for the Seattle Seahawks. Shane Waldron, there's a lot of optimism with how DK Metcalf has been speaking about the offense. Gerald Everett is speaking. Will Dissly has said everybody's going to get involved. And we know how efficient Russ is. So I'm very excited about that. Jamar Chase at 5-1 after Mike Davis goes off the board at 412.
Oh, man, if they give me Deontay Johnson or T. Higgins again, it's over. Like you guys.
Deontay's off the board, but T. Higgins.
You might as well just give me the championship right now.
God, if you get T. Higgins, I'm going to be so pissed.
So for those of you joining, I am drafting out of the, what hole is that? 1, 2, 3,
That's
4, 5, 6, 7 hole?
Yeah, 7 hole. I got the 9 hole.
And Bradley's in the 9 hole. So,
yeah. I was auto-picked Travis Kelce, by the way. So it is what it is.
Beautiful.
All right. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, cool. And I'm 5 picks away here. T. Higgins is off the board. Sorry, they're
gone.
Billy. So what are you thinking here? We got.
I'm liking Adam Thielen right now, just because of the.
You're hooked on a Thielen.
Hooked on a Thielen. I think it's also it breaks down to.
Are you thinking tight end?
No, I'm not thinking tight end anytime soon on this format. For me,
Mark Andrews and TJ Hawkinson, maybe Andrews.
It breaks
especially
down,
with Marquise Brown and
honestly, they're going to be there next round in possibly the round after. The people push it in this format.
I might.
I was hoping for Thielen actually, but because of
Thielen's off the board. So
but I'll take
you're up
at 5'7". I'll take Miles Sanders here all day.
That's a good spot for him.
I as my running back 2 behind Justin Jefferson, so I'm happy with him as my running back 2. So I was really hoping for Adam Thielen there with Justin Jackson's AC joint injury. Wide receivers just aren't the same usually after those injuries, and I'm a little concerned for his 2021 campaign, at least for the first few weeks.
Yeah, so I'm looking here, and am I on the clock right now?
You are on the clock right now.
All right. So, I'm looking here, and I see a real, Kareem Hunt. Maybe that's a little early.
It's a little early. I think you can get him next round.
Maybe. But
you grab a Robbie, or you can grab a Odell Beckham.
I could.
You could double up the tight end.
I do like Judy, but Mark Andrews. I talked up Mark Andrews. I think his early season schedule is good, and I'm set at tight end now.
Yep, you don't have to pick any more tight ends. So that's a philosophy here in these best balls: is take 2 tight ends, take 2 great ones, and then just
roll with everything else.
Roll with everything else. So you can take your quarterbacks, your wide receivers, your running backs. I think you could have possibly gotten one next round, but looking like Hawkinson went right after, so possibly not now. So if you wanted your 2 solid tight ends,
his early season schedule with Bateman nursing an injury through September, and the questions with Marquise Brown, like who else is going to catch passes? Sammy Watkins?
Yeah, that's a real question. With all these injuries at the wide receiver position, Mark Andrews is definitely a safe pick with upside. So I'm not going to argue it, even in a non-tight end premium league at 5, middle of the 5th round.
Near the end of the 5th round.
Yeah, I don't think you can do.
And he needs to go in front of Hawkinson. Hawkinson went right after. So
can you say Hawkinson?
You need to.
You got to spit it out.
Right. Get a little loogie there. All right.
And look, I told you you're going to get Kareem Hunt in the way back.
If I get Kareem Hunt, I'm going to be so pleased because that's who I really wanted to take this last round. But
after all that talking up about Myles Gaskin on the pod with Dwayne from PFF, you're going to take Kareem Hunt right here?
I think Hunt is safer, though.
Yeah.
I think Hunt is safer. That's the thing is, I do like the upside of Gaskin. Well, maybe you talk me into that. I've been talking up upside the whole time.
You've been talking about Gaskin's.
Let me just take Gaskin here. If he's not off the board here.
No, as your fellow podcaster, I can't let you do that. You got to take Kareem
Hunt. This is all upside. This is a complete upside draft. That's what I've decided. Mark Andrews, upside. Calvin Ridley, upside.
Shoot for the moon, baby.
Upside. This is straight upside. I don't care if they bust. No, I do care, but here we are. All right, so we are going to go Myles Gaskin here in the 6th round.
Where are they on your rankings?
Myles Gaskin is my running back 12 in projected points.
No questions asked. Then you don't even.
Yeah, he's my running back 12. He averaged 4.7 targets per game in the games that he played. When he was with the Dolphins, he was 5 of his 10 games he had over 20 touches. So that would be a player that I think is sneaky good.
Oh, dude, how much would you hate me if I locked in Kareem Hunt now?
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. I was really thinking about Kareem Hunt. So if you want to go Kareem Hunt,
I mean, he's my number 20 running back. I had no anticipation of
pick.
What just happened?
Refresh. Oh no, you're gonna get auto pick.
I'm gonna get Robbie. Well, why did it do that?
You got Robbie.
That's okay. Robbie Anderson's fine
right,
too.
Not bad.
But that's wow. It just glitched on me. It says there's an error.
Well, that's karma.
That's horrible.
So we see after Gaskin, Prescott, Billy got auto picked it on Robbie Anderson.
It glitched on me. Like I can't even get in the draft room now.
After Robbie Anderson, I think that's the right call too. I think I'd take Robbie Anderson over Kenny Galladay right now.
Over Kenny Galladay, yeah, but I kind of wanted my 3rd running back there. I was going to take Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt still hasn't come off the board. Trey Sermon went above Kareem Hunt.
That's, I think, ludicrous.
I think that is ludicrous. What do you like? What? And
that's weird that it did.
Well, okay, it's Ezekiel Elliott, CEH, and then we saw Kyle Pitts go in the 3rd, Kyler Murray. This is a player who's been drafting 1 round ahead, it seems like, for Pine Ball. Ezekiel Elliott fine in this because Kyle Pitts goes around early, Kyler Murray goes around early, Trey Sermon around early. Yeah. So
I mean,
if you want your guy
in FFPC, that's normal, but not in Underdog.
If you want your guy, go get your guy, I suppose. But nevertheless, how many picks away am I? 11 picks away.
Mine's still showing Kareem Hunt's on the board, but yours showed that he went.
Yeah, you got to refresh here. Sorry, bud.
He's still showing he's on the board.
Well, too bad. Oh, you have to look here.
He went
Trey
very
Sermon
next.
is off. Cortland Sutton is off.
What-
Mike Williams is off. Mike Williams in the 6th round?
That's a little early.
Someone's smoking crack.
Well, in this format, wide receivers are pushed up because you're starting
ahead
3.
or next to Cortland Sutton.
He's been going around that range.
That's rich, I think. Mecole Hardman at 701.
Wow, my board is jacked up and I refreshed and it's not updating. This is fantastic.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we know looking at yours,
You're
Kareem
up.
Hunt is gone, Javonte Williams is gone, Trey Sermon is gone, McCole Hardman is gone,
Tyler Boyd is gone.
Tyler Boyd is gone, Chase Edmonds is there.
Yeah.
My draft button's not even here.
That's not good.
My room is glitched. I'm going to auto drafts again because I can't pick.
You got Gallup.
Yeah.
Or no.
It just, my thing keeps glitching. This is not cool. Come on, underdog.
Underdog. What are you doing?
This is not cool. Okay, let's go to drafts.
Okay.
Active. It still shows I'm 1 pick away.
You
Okay.
are. Well, you actually are now.
Okay.
Devonta Smith.
I'm going to
went off
just
the
put
board.
people in the
Michael Gallup
queue
went
in
off the
case I
board.
can't draft.
That's probably smart. Will Fuller, you're up.
Okay. Well, now I can actually physically draft. I have a draft button. So there we go. Juju Smith-Schuster.
All right, Juju's off the board. He's your wide receiver. What?
14, actually.
14,
So I
wow.
know it's much higher than most analysts, but he's had 2 top 20 finishes in the last 3 years. Yes, in 2019, he was wide receiver 60 plus, but he only played 12 games due to injury. But in the 2 years that he played as a top 20 wide receiver,
I'm
he
on
finished all 16
I'm
games.
on the
So
clock, and I want a wide receiver here. I don't like DJ Chark. I don't like Michael Thomas. I'm looking at the rest of the wide receivers here. I don't like any of them. Maybe I take a quarterback here. Russell Wilson, no. Yes, I'll take Russ to stack with Lockett. Okay, there we go.
and I'm throwing people in the queue just because of the timeout issues. So did you notice that like mine timed up on my screen, but I wasn't up yet?
Yeah.
My thing was jacked up.
Okay, so let's take a look. I went Russell Wilson. There was a quarterback run. Rodgers, Wilson, Herbert.
Let him run.
Let it run. Is right. So Raheem Mostert goes on after that.
What are you, 5 picks away, 4 picks away?
I am 4 picks away. Yeah.
At what point are you comfortable taking Michael Thomas in these drafts?
I'm not.
Me neither.
0% comfort.
At what point would you be comfortable? 12, 13?
I mean,
We got him around 13 in FFPC best ball draft today.
sure. Why the hell not? But
At that point,
there's no way he goes that. In a league that I was drafting at redraft, he went in the 7th round.
yeah, and he's been going in like 7th to 9th consistently, which I cannot pull the trigger. But
I can't. I
like,
can't.
It's the first time I've ever seen him get outside around 10, let alone 13. We pulled the trigger today.
I mean, that has to be the right price, but I can't see a scenario where like it's good for Michael Thomas in the short term. And especially if you want to be winning your leagues at the beginning of the season, and you want to qualify for playoffs, you need players to play for you. And I have very low confidence in Michael Thomas being able to play. All right, I'm on the clock. I'm looking at Brandon Cooks, Curtis Samuel. I like Cooks as a historical, trusty wide receiver. I don't like that offense, but who else is there? Yeah, I think I'm going to go Cooks here because I need wide receivers as well.
I'm hoping Michael Carter falls to me as my running back 3.
That would be a nice running back 3.
And he made it. So I'm very excited about that. Michael Carter, boom, lock it in.
Beautiful. I mean, you're a little more bullish on Michael Carter. I think that the Jets offense, as much as it is going to be improved over Adam Gase, is just not going to produce the amount of points, like actual real life NFL points that you want from even your running back three. Like, how often are they going to be in scoring position? I think that's a legitimate question.
I just think that there's not much beside him. I mean, Tevin Coleman, he's washed. And there's no other really running back behind him, like Michael Pirine, or are we talking about
Ty Johnson?
I mean, just no one else.
Yeah, there's really nobodies, but he was also drafted as, and no disrespect, he was drafted as a nobody. The same draft pedigree as Michael Pirine. And
the kid's so much more talented.
We loved Michael Carter coming like before the draft. Like there was questions of whether or not he's gonna be a better player than Javonte Williams. But him being drafted so late, the draft capital matters in a prospect's grade. And
the difference though is that they upgraded this line, and now we're seeing an injury to Moore. I mean, they're going to have more passing opportunities here
I see what they did there.
more. They're going to be more passing opportunities here for Carter, and I just think that talent will win this in this backfield, and playing behind the likes of Tevin Coleman will only last so long.
I do like Tyler Higbee there, going off the board. Darnell Mooney, A.J. Dillon, James Robinson. Interesting that James Robinson goes off after A.J. Dillon. I still think James Robinson has a role on this team, and it's a pretty important role. I think Travis Etienne, as much as Urban Meyer has said, "Oh yeah, we're going to use sweeps, we're going to do it that way," blah blah. Like, I'm thinking that Etienne is going to start as a pass catcher out of the backfield, especially given the Chark injury, especially given Etienne's connection with Trevor Lawrence. Like, Matthew Stafford and Trey Lance go off the board.
So apparently my iPad, I can't pull up my team. So I'm on Bradley's computer now taking a look at my build because I can't see anything on an iPad. I can't click on my
Billy
name.
Started with Tyreek Hill, then went Jonathan Taylor, Allen Robinson, Robert Woods, Miles Sanders in the 5th round, Robbie Anderson, Juju in the 7th. I think that was a good pick. And then Michael Carter in the 8th round.
So I have 3 running backs and 5 receivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I was hoping for Waddle there. Didn't make it.
I feel like Waddle's going to be either a boom bust.
As my wide receiver 6, you can handle that.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see if, for me, and I know you'll get a kick out of this, if Corey Davis can make it to me.
I think he will.
I think Corey Davis will demand a target share that is the number 1 on the team, even with Elijah Moore there.
With Elijah Moore's injury, I think it's definitely feasible.
Ooh, Corey Davis goes off the board. Danimal was listening to me. Oops.
No Fant. The
nice
9th round.
Nice pick.
Thank you.
He might be dusty, but
dusting off them shoes and those touchdowns.
All right, so I'm up, and I'm looking at. I have 3 wide receivers and 2 running backs. I'm tempted to take here James Conner. That's a little bit of a reach, but
I think he can make it back.
I also am encouraged by Russell Gage. You know what? I'm going to take Russell Gage.
Look, you can't even scroll on the iPad down.
That's weird.
Like, see how you have a scroll?
Yeah.
I don't have a scroll. So I can only sort by position.
You use 2 fingers? No? Try the other way.
Try it. How'd you do that?
2 fingers like this.
Okay.
I'm teaching Billy how to use the iPad.
That's my first iPad, by the way.
He's teaching me how to do best ball. I'm doing iPads. That's just how it is. I've got 2 picks.
It works.
And James Conner's still there, and I will want James Conner when he comes back.
This is my first time. I bought this iPad for this trip, by the way. because I'm normally on a desktop.
I'm not looking at Zach Moss because I don't I was really encouraged by Kenyon Drake's usage around the goal line. And
Mhm.
that's what James Conner seems to be. James Conner was very good last year in the games that he played.
He was actually. He was very efficient, had high breakaway rates. He had high juke rate.
I love getting James Conner as my running back 3.
It's not bad. I'm up 2 picks here. I have my eye on a guy.
Marvin Jones.
I do. Yeah. Marvin Jones, I got my eye on. And he made it.
He did make it.
As I can't see my board because I can't figure out how to use an iPad, but was that it just look, it glitched out again.
I know it glitched out on you there, Billy. That sucks. That really sucks.
He's in my queue, so he's gonna go. But still, that's annoying.
It is annoying.
Active drafts. Cool. At least I set queues. That's why you set queues, folks, because
you never know when technology is going to fail you.
Yep, and technology is failing me right now. Cool. I still got my guy, so I'm happy. Can you pull up on yours so I can see my build real quick? Because I can't pull up an iPad.
Yeah, you've got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6 wide receivers.
1 tight end. 1, 2, 3 running backs.
3 running backs.
Yep. Okay. Perfect.
Billy's like, screw quarterback. I don't need stinking quarterbacks.
I'll run the Wildcat.
Wildcat. What are your thoughts on Henry Ruggs?
Boom bust. I mean, depends upon what number wide receiver.
He's put on weight. He's showing off in camp. He's got the Bible narrative with Derek Carr.
He also has Brian Edwards to compete against. He also has Darren Waller to compete against in an offense that.
But he's the fastest guy in the field.
He is the fastest, but sometimes speed just doesn't get it done. Look at John Ross.
Don't discount the Bible narrative.
Look at John Ross.
Come on now.
I don't know. I don't have faith in him. But I mean, what is he? Your wide receiver number 4 or 5?
He would be my wide receiver 5.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if he was my 4, I'd be a little more concerned. But as my 5, I think I'm willing to take the upside.
Yeah, I definitely take. Someone. I'm not even gonna say it. Not even gonna say it because
I already had in my queue. I already know who it is.
Get out of here.
You ain't getting them back.
Too late. I got 10 picks. Hopefully he's there for me. But anyways, I'm.
Well, you're 10 picks away. I'm 8 picks away. Now you're 9 picks, and I'm 7 picks.
Oh man,
Ooh-wee.
There is a player that I'm looking at.
Yeah, Terrace Marshall's gone.
Oh God. Oh man. Oh, I think Billy and I are really vibing on the Terrace Marshall love.
He's my man.
Good that they hear.
Michael Pittman is still on the board.
Yeah, why don't you take Michael Pitt?
I'm thinking about it. If he's there, I'll take him over Terrace Marshall. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm no Michael Pittman believer. Let's go on the record here.
Round 11 out of 18.
Ooh. I'm 6 picks away.
And I'm 4. Take a quick look at something real quick.
Yeah, you go for it.
Thank you to our 1 viewer right now.
We love you.
We love you. We love you. Where's the board? Down here. Oh my gosh.
Nope. Let me get the board.
I got you. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I can't even see. I guess I can see my number at the top. Never mind. I can see the number at the top. We're okay. I know who my players are.
You're 3 picks away.
Mm-hmm. The iPad has some glitches on this site.
Maybe for the next draft, you should connect to the Wi-Fi because I'm connected to Wi-Fi.
That's probably a good call.
Terrace Marshall went off the board after Michael Pittman anyways.
Wow. Can't forget these guys.
Is Bateman draftable in this format?
Later now. With the injury, I'm going to be pushing him back.
Yeah, at least it's weeks, not months, but that could be 2 months. Real talk.
Went to click on a guy to add him, and he got drafted simultaneously.
Oh, you're up.
2 of them. Okay, well.
Who you going with? Gabriel Davis or Manuel Sanders, baby?
Or neither.
Oh.
Why can't I draft him again?
2 fingers.
There's no draft button.
Oh, hopefully he's in your queue.
He is in my queue.
Oh, good.
So apparently I can't draft again, but he's in my queue.
That would be dun 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 Kenyon the Drake. There's a player that has not gone off yet, but I'm going to take way above ADP because I think he's less dusty than a lot of other players, and he's been one of the most consistent and reliable wide receivers and should not be discounted. So here, I'm on the clock right now, and I'm going to draft Sterling Shepard.
It's a little early.
It is early, but I think it's...
Is your back hurt from reaching that high?
Nope. Because I think Sterling Shepard is way undervalued, and I didn't want to risk, especially given how we saw some of the players go off a little bit earlier.
People are getting
that we
guys.
liked.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on David Johnson being listed third on the depth chart behind Ingram and Lindsey?
I think it's bullshit. I don't think he's going to go there. They're just throwing numbers out there. I think they're just trying to put numbers in names. I have no concern about it.
But he's the incumbent.
I have no concern about it.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're not starting Mark Ingram. They're ridiculous. If they are, then
so how many running backs do you normally go in these type of drafts?
4.
Okay.
I like to go 4 if I have 4 solid running backs. If I don't have a 4th solid, I'll take a 5th. But traditionally, I like to go 2, 4.
What would you consider a solid 4th? Like, are we in solid 4th range right now?
Yeah, like a Jamal Williams, David Johnson.
What are your thoughts on Latavius Murray now that
Latavius Murray's a solid 4th? Tony Pollard's a solid 4th.
Because
Naheem
Alvin
Hines
Kamara has been lining up in the slot lately in Saints practice.
Yep, Naheem Hines is a solid 4th. I'd say that tier for me kind of finishes at Jamal Williams, Naheem Hines range.
Yep, and I'm on the clock. And Latavius Murray's hanging out there.
Pop, lock, and drag it.
Yeah, let me just see if there's anyone else. But, I actually do like Naheem Hines in a PPR better.
Yep. It's
So
half
I'm gonna go
PPR, but yes.
Sure. Even half PPR, I'll take Naheem Hines.
I got to look at my build again because mine doesn't show. Just got to count something here. I got 1.
Especially after that run of
2.
Fournette. Ingram went right there.
So I have Jonathan Taylor, Miles Sanders, Michael Carter, and King Drake. So I could be done at running back if I wanted to.
You could be.
And then I have my 6 wide receivers.
Billy, you haven't gone quarterback, have you?
I have not. I'm fine pushing quarterback. I mean, look at who's still on the board. We still have Joe Burrow on the board. We still have Matt Ryan on the board. We still have Tua on the board. We still have my beloved Baker on the board.
Baker.
I'm going to take Joe Burrow here. And then on the way back, I'll either grab another quarterback or I'll take a tight end. Or if I want to, I'll take another receiver, whoever is a value of me at that point.
Now, that's not a stack.
It's not
you
a
just
stack.
like Joe Burrow at that value?
Round 12, I think that people are drafting, Jamar Chase high in drafts. They're drafting T. Higgins high in drafts. They're drafting Joe Mixon high in drafts. If you are drafting these
we saw
positional
Jamar
players,
Chase go 501.
Yep.
We saw T. Higgins go 503. And then Tyler Boyd did not go much further. I mean, he went 7-2. So 2 rounds behind T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Yeah, and you have, all of these positional players being drafted inside the top 7. That would mean that if you are that comfortable with those players, you'd have to be comfortable with the quarterback. As my quarterback 1, am I super stoked about it? No, but he has the upside. They're going to be playing from behind most this year.
He's going to be a high volume.
He's going to be a high volume passer and purely
fast pace of play.
And purely because of game script as well. So
right.
I'm fine with it as my quarterback 1. Am I going to want to double tap it? Probably so, unless another value falls to me here, another position.
Now, we'll see.
Because people get ridiculous and take 3 quarterbacks in this league early.
Right. There is a quarterback I don't want to miss out on because of the stack.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if I get sniped on there. I would like to take Matt Ryan on the way back because I have Ridley.
Well,
and
you
I
see
have
where
Gage.
he's at on my list?
Don't even.
He's number 1 on my list.
Don't
So
even. Get
if
out.
he's there, he's gone. I'm letting you know right
get
now.
out. No. No, you do not need to double tap quarterback. That's
I just told you I was going to double tap
no,
quarterback.
you can move Tua. I'm gonna move Tua
No,
for you.
I told you if he's there, I'm tapping it.
No.
I said it before you even said
Get
you
out.
liked.
No. I said it by my stack. Actions speak louder than words, Billy.
My word, yeah. You stacked this fine. I literally said I'm a double tap position, and he was at the top of my board.
Tua's there, and
Tua sucks.
Tua has been lighting up camp.
You know what else he's lighting up? Garbage cans because he's trash.
Kirk Cousins, your boy Baker Mayfield.
Baker's there, but I'd rather have Matt Ryan.
Really interesting.
Yep.
You'd overlook. Huh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna have to pivot because you just
6 picks away, and your boy goes to my team.
stop it. Xavier Jones getting drafted, ADP 176.
That's about average for him. He's going in round 11, and that's
just
FPC.
me hesitant to trust an undrafted free agent second-year player.
It's possible. I mean, but it's just his asking price nowadays.
Like he doesn't have the draft capital. I know that Sean McVay says he's going to carve out a role. Sean McVay is as enthusiastic as Pete Carroll, when it comes to those things. So.
5 picks away until your hopes and dreams are crushed. 4 picks away now.
I swear, I'm gonna disconnect you from the interwebs.
What's that number right here? What does that say?
6 picks away.
What does mine say?
It says 4.
Oh, okay. That means I get Matt Ryan.
No, stop. Watch. You take someone else just to ring me along. See, this is why the Kelsey auto pick kind of screwed me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't want to go tight end there.
A little early in this format, but it's okay. It's a solid pick.
No, I just didn't want, and then it changed how I.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Look, it just went.
Son of a gun.
Okay, alrighty.
Tua is still on the board for you.
I don't want to. I don't even know why I haven't selected.
Okay, Baker Mayfield's there. I'm just trying, Billy. I'm just trying to get you all flustered. Okay, so let's real talk here for a second. I have 1 quarterback, 4 running backs, 5 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. I'm pretty set at running back. I'm set at tight end. I could hit on wide receiver here. One of the players that I'm interested in, good, is not on your list.
Notice how he looks over now.
I am looking over. This is one of the advantages / disadvantages of drafting next to the person in the same draft. Oh, you're going that guy.
If I can figure out how to draft him in here.
Oh, well, good luck. You got a couple seconds. You got 12 seconds.
We're just going to do
Move him
that.
up the queue. Yeah. Billy auto drafts from the queue because the internet is giving him difficulty. You're believing the Brian Edwards hype.
Yes, I believe in my Terrell Owens /
Devontae Adams / Randy Moss /
mention the above greatest of all time builds. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I am on the clock here, and I'm going to go with a player who was the wide receiver 1 in his team last year.
Nelson Aguilar.
Yes. The Gagalor
I knew
himself.
you were going to pick him.
The Gagalor himself.
Oh, yeah, I knew it.
He's going to have 3 weeks where he's going to make my lineup.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, he will.
In the worst passing offense in the league.
Well, only if Cam Newton's there. And Cam looked like trash. He looked like the trash he was last year in the preseason game. Mac Jones looked like a capable quarterback in the preseason game.
Oh, man. Quarterback just went fast. Someone took Baker even.
Yeah, but I'm happy with some of the
People-
really late.
Did that guy have a
quarterbacks.
third quarterback?
I'm 3 picks away, and someone went Dak, Aaron Rodgers. Someone went Baker, Josh Allen. Someone went. Their
There-
first quarterback was Matt Ryan,
It's fine.
Tannehill,
That
and
guy's three.
Cousins.
He's got Trey Lance, Tannehill, and Cousins.
Trey Lance, Tannehill, and Cousins. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe he was infatuated with the quarterback.
Mhm.
Well, it didn't even. There wasn't even a run.
No, he just said YOLO.
I mean, stacking with Dalvin Cook, that's a weak stack, TBH. So I'm 1 pick away, and I'm looking here. If Elijah Moore doesn't hit,
I knew you were going to click on his
Jamison
name.
Crowder has had a 24.7 and a 25% target share in each of the last 2 seasons. He's going to get targeted in the slot. Elijah Moore's been playing a lot of outside, and the Jets re-signed Crowder for a reason. So I'm going with Crowder.
I'm going to just lock in Cole Kmet as soon as he's up because I don't think he's going to be taken here. And I love Cole Kmet. This dude has 2 tight ends. There's no reason to take him. There he is. Boom. Done deal. And now I can add the quarterbacks to my list here. Wait, I thought you said Xavier Jones win. He's still on the board.
No, yeah, I mentioned that he's still ADP 176. He's on
Gotcha.
the board. Yeah. Is Deshaun Jackson worth a pick in this type of draft?
No.
I mean, he's only played 7 games the last 2 seasons, so.
7 more than he'll play this year.
Oh,
Oh.
interesting. Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's on there.
DPJ.
Jerick McKinnon's been used a lot in the backfield.
I like Jerick McKinnon.
That might be an interesting pick, but I have 4 running backs, so.
I mean, you can throw in a 5th. Like I said, it's not a science here. So I think my preferred build.
Just don't want to deviate too far from.
Yeah, I mean, you
those.
you don't want like 7, right? Like you can throw in 2 QBs if you really want a third. Sure, go for it. If you have, the second one's bad, like I'm getting to that range where I might have to throw a third in. But if I'm able to get 1 or 2 quarterbacks on my list here, then I don't have to worry about a third. But I like going more like 2, 4, 9, 2 range-ish around there, roughly. Is that 18? I've had some wine. I can't do math right now.
I was
2 and 4 is 6.
which is fair.
2 and 4 is 6. 9 is 16 and 2 is 8. Wow, I did it right.
Hey, we got some fans. Hey, Mr. S, how you doing? And I'm ready for school to start. I am not ready for school to start. I am still in the middle of best ball drafts.
We are middle best ball drafts.
Cool beans.
We're throwing on a school for best ball if you want.
If you want to learn how to do some auto drafting, we are your superior teachers in that capacity for tonight.
I'll auto draft a championship. I don't care.
Doesn't it piss you off so much when they auto draft a championship?
Yeah, I mean, I auto draft a couple here, but I'm liking this squad, Bradley.
Yours is looking really solid. I need good things to happen from Swift and Gaskin. I think that's the thing. Is like there's low floor, high ceiling type of players, and that's how I made my build. I mean, Sterling Shepard, Russell Gage, Brandon Cooks, Tyler Lockett, Calvin Ridley, Kelsey, Andrews. These are high upside players with lower floors generally. So.
I just got thinned out fast. I'm
6 picks away, but I know who I
got 2
wanna
players
take
in
here.
this queue. I'll put them in order, Bradley, so you can see them.
Okay, let's see.
1
Ew.
and then 2.
Ew.
Beautiful.
That's hashtag gross.
I don't even care.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
my second quarterback. It's the most interchangeable position in this format. If I need to take a third, I will, but I don't think I need to if I get one of these 2. They're both starting week in and week out. They both have really shitty defenses.
Yeah, well,
They both have relatively Good offenses.
Well, the one quarterback has much better weapons.
I like Carolina's much better than Vegas. But I think he'll fall here. This guy has 2 quarterbacks. Unless he's a sicko, he'll take 3.
All right, you are up, and you take
Sam Darnold.
Sam the Man Darnold.
Boom. Lock it. I'm happy with Sam Darnold's a second.
Good. I'm up, and you know what? YOLO.
You're going to take Taysom Hill, aren't you?
Yep.
You're no longer my friend.
Okay. That was easy. See, with guys, like girls fight long time. They'll just pull hair. They're nasty. They'll tell rumors. They're just nasty people sometimes. But guys, I'm not your friend anymore. Okay.
Cool.
I'm 5 picks away. And so I'm like it. I'm starting to really warm up to Taysom Hill. And I was really encouraged by the last 2 games he played. He averaged 37.5 pass attempts. He started rushing the ball less, passing the ball to Alvin Kamara more. Now that he got more reps with the ones, and he's taking the lead with that offense, I think he's a dual threat quarterback. And to pair him with Russell Wilson, who's one of the most consistent and efficient players, like if Russ has off games, I'm really excited about Taysom Hill. And so I may have to go insurance there. I mean, it's within the range of outcomes.
Yep, you may have to double tap that position.
I may have to double tap.
Might as well do it right now.
But, yeah, I've got 2 picks away, and we'll see if that particular –
It's not like you're going to lose anybody to do it at this point.
No. And I'll go Jameis there. So that way I've locked up the New Orleans quarterback.
I'm going to lock in the Detroit wide receiver 1 if he makes it to me.
That's who I was thinking about if I decided to not go the route I did.
And he made it.
Yeah, Tyrell Williams. Okay, so let's see. How many picks we got left here? We've got 2 rounds remaining, and I'm set at quarterback. I'm set at running back. I'm set at tight end. Maybe.
Do we know the Darrington Evans injury was yet?
It just looked like a hamstring injury based on what we both observed. He pulled up, just grabbing it looked like his hamstring. Who are some of the highest upside wide receivers?
It says knee injury.
Oh, really?
That's not good.
No, knee injuries are pretty bad. They're devastating. It's tough, but we're gonna get by. Ooh, interesting. I've added someone to my queue. That might be a late round or late play. That's a possibility.
I'm gonna be so I'm gonna be so sad if it's like a long-term injury. I own so much Darrington Evans.
Maybe I take Brian Hill here. Would David hate you?
Dave would hate you. Not me. I didn't pick him.
9 picks away.
That's gross. I got my eyes on somebody. Just locked him in. Ready. I'm ready for him to hit.
Oh, boy. That'd be nice.
It would be nice.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older? Yes, someone on the live stream heard me sing. All right. There we go. Awesome. So let me take a look here.
I feel like I've been 4 picks away for like 10 minutes.
Do you remember when Richie James went off for like 40 points against the Packers?
I do. Yeah.
It was against the Packers.
I started him. Remember in that Dynasty League?
I remember that.
I needed a wide
You
receiver.
you're just like, I need a pulse.
And I threw a receiver out. It's like my wide receiver 3, and he went off.
That's really funny. All right, let's take a look here. There's a couple wide receivers I still like on this board. The Pringle jingle.
No, I'm not a big Pringle fan.
You don't like Pringles? What's wrong with you?
I mean, I like Pringles, but I don't like Byron Pringle. I'd rather have
What's his name?
I'd rather have an Arnold Palmer.
You mean Dan Arnold Palmer?
Nope, Josh Palmer.
Josh Palmer. All right, well, I got 2 picks left. I'm 3 picks away. I'm guaranteed one of the guys. All right. Are you going with him?
I think so.
All right.
The only other person I'm considering is your boy Watkins here.
Ooh, interesting.
Just to snipe you, but I don't think I'll do it. I just
see what happens.
I just don't have that much love for him, so I think I'm gonna lock in Palmer here. Call it a day. One more pick here.
All right, I'll be up in 1 pick.
You can't take him on the top. There's no way.
Who?
Wilson.
Why not?
He's in the pup list. And I'm gonna put it like September.
Possibly. I have them in my queue. It's not like my internet's been glitching out.
No, it has not. Maybe your brain.
But I'm up. Wow. Haters gonna hate. Vapor's gonna vape. Wow, you scared me off Jeff Wilson there.
I mean, I wouldn't. He's gonna come back in September and
all right,
have.
Let's go Quez Watkins, baby.
Have all the rookies.
Let's go Quez.
Competing against them. Two, 4, 9, 2.
And I'm just gonna take a deep stab here.
I'm gonna take a 5th running back. I think I got my 9.
I think I will too. No, you won't, because I'll get him before you.
Do you have
I
him?
literally was gonna. I pulled him up.
Damn you! It's okay.
He played well when he was out there. They just seemed to like, we're good, Jarek.
He did. Okay. I got another one in there. Like.
Okay. So just to recap, let's take a look at. So I went Jarek McKinnon there. And who are you going? You're up next.
Thinking Darrell Williams.
Oh, so all right, there we go.
And we'll see who pans out. It might. I thought about Quadriolison and just.
I'm still worried a player like Adrian Peterson's
Yep,
just going to come in.
Exactly. And where it's not going to happen as much in KC. Could add a 3rd tight end if I really wanted to, but I don't think I need to. It's not tight end premium.
And you're going to time out here in a second, so.
It's okay. I got my guy ready and rock and roll. I can't draft him anyways.
Darrell Williams.
The button's all jacked up again. So
all right. So to recap, let's talk the recap here. So you started with Tyreek Hill, then you came back around with Jonathan Taylor, Allen Robinson, Robert Woods, really solid. 3 wide receivers.
championship squad.
Miles Sanders in the 5th round, which also is a really great running back too.
squad.
There. Robbie Anderson, Juju Smith-Schuster, Juju in the 7th round.
In a 3 wide receiver league.
That's gross.
Yep. You might as well just hand me the gold trophy now.
That's delicious, but gross. Then Michael Carter.
Yep. Noah
Fant, who uber talented, but just so many pass catchers there. That's what I'm worried about. Marvin Jones, Kenyon Drake, Joe Burrow, Brian Edwards, Cole Kmet, Sam Darnold, Terrell Williams, Josh Palmer, and Darrell Williams.
Give me the gold, baby!
Whereas I went Kelsey. Well, I was auto-picked Kelsey. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Tyler Lockett, Mark Andrews. Those were my 2 tight ends. within the first 5 rounds.
Don't like it.
I didn't like it either, but I felt like he was best on the board. And I don't know. I didn't like Beckham. I didn't like Debo. I didn't like Judy. Miles Gaskin, I put my money where my mouth is, put him there. Russell Wilson to stack with Lockett was the right price there, I felt like. Brandon Cooks in the 8th round, I felt like, once again, upside. Russell Gage, James Conner, Sterling Shepard, Nyheim Hines, Nelson Aguilar, Jamison Crowder, Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston. So I double tapped New Orleans quarterback for my quarterback 2, and Quez Watkins, who went off for, what was it, a 79-yard touchdown in preseason?
Yep, against 4th-string defenders.
We'll take it, whatever it takes. And then Jerick McKinnon in the last round.
Best pick of the draft.
There we go. Okay, so how would you grade your own draft?
I give myself an A-. I mean, I'm biased, but I think that it was solid all around. I don't think there's many weaknesses. I think quarterback is probably my largest weakness, but I think between the two, I'm fine. Do I have concerns with Joe Burrow? Yes. Do I have concerns with Sam Darnold? Yes. But between the two of them, I think week in and week out, I'll find myself a starter, especially seeing that both these defenses are bad. Both these defenses are probably going to be fairly high volume. And both these both these offenses have weapons. So I think that between the two of them, I'll be able to find a starter week in and week out. But it is the weakest of my positions on my squad. As long as I'm able to find one, I think this team is deadly. What would you rate mine?
I think that's about right. I'm looking at where you could have picked a quarterback to shore that up a little bit better, but I mean, I would still take Noah Fant over Tom Brady there. To think of where you could have picked a quarterback to jump up, but maybe Tannehill over Marvin Jones. Maybe that's what you look at. But other than that, I think it's a pretty solid squad.
Yeah, I think that's the only area I would have possibly adjusted.
But that was way later. Whereas for me, I was auto drafted with Travis Kelce, which was not my plan. I did not want to go tight end there. I wanted to go wide receiver, and that changed when I wanted to do everything. And then that threw the value off completely for later when Mark Andrews was on the board and was, I thought, a pretty good value there. And I felt like I had to take it. Like I felt trapped that I needed to take
Fell into the tight end trap, Bradley.
Right. Well, forced into the tight end trap. I give myself a C+. I felt like I got Kelce. You can never go wrong with it. I have for sure quarterback and tight end on lockdown. And then Calvin Ridley as well as my wide receiver 1 there. DeAndre Swift and Myles Gaskin, my entire season, I feel like hinges on Myles Gaskin.
I feel like I would have rated your team a lot higher had you taken Odell Beckham over Mark Andrews. I feel like anytime you take Travis Kelce, I just don't find the need to take another elite tight end. If you're in tight end premium, sure, the argument could be made because one's going to fill in for your flex position.
Right.
But in a non-tight end premium league, I just think that Odell Beckham there is starting week in and week out for you.
I think it's such a higher risk, though, with Beckham versus Andrews, who's going to have to fit into my flex spot, right?
He could flex. He's going to fill in your flex spot, but I mean, in a non-tight end premium league, you're looking at less points where Odell Beckham Jr. is sliding into your starting role. Or if you want to pass on Beckham, Debo, Judy, Brown, any one of those guys, insert
Maybe
X
I don't
name.
like Judy or I've been getting a lot of Antonio Brown in the 8th or 9th round.
Yeah, he's sliding in drafts right now.
Well, way up in the 6th round. And Debo, I didn't like. I just didn't.
Well, in
like
this format,
it's
3 wide receivers start.
Right, but still, I didn't like those values was the problem, and so I felt like I was value trapped there. Because
and I think that's
early. And
that's where people make errors in these drafts. And I'm not saying you made an error. I'm just saying
that's why I gave myself a C+ because I felt like I got mostly best player available. I took a couple risk plays with Myles Gaskin and James Conner, but I felt like for what I was forced into at the beginning, dominoes fell, and then the value was there, and I felt, as we mentioned before, value trapped.
Yeah, and I think for me, it just breaks down to I'm not afraid to go against the grain in ADP. If I want to get a guy, I'm going to get a guy, and I think that's where
I just didn't like the wide receivers who were falling after him. I felt like there was maybe Juju. Maybe I should have like drafted up because I do like Juju there.
Yeah,
but that's a 2-round jump.
That's a 2-round jump. Yeah, but then again, like get your fucking guy. Like that's
Right.
the way I like to say it. Is like just go out and get your guy. Like
Right.
forget ADP. Like if you believe in someone, grab them.
Right.
And that's where like I differentiate
Or
more
like
than most.
Chenault. I really like Chenault, but I mean him instead of Myles Gaskin. That's a tough spot when I'm left with committing to the 0 RB, and I didn't even have a real anchor there.
And that's the problem we've been finding ourselves more on these, like towards the back end of round 1 now, like the 9, 10, 11, 12.
Because I would have rather been at like 11, 12, where I could have taken like Aaron Jones and Antonio Gibson, like double tap that.
And it's very nice in the beginning. The only problem with the tips that I find in these drafts is that you are up to the mercy of the rest of the room, where like runs can happen and you can get behind the 8 ball fast. And whether it's either you're playing catch up or you're trying to get ahead of the curve and you're trying to, force players to take other positions based upon your picks. So, I mean, the tips can be tough in these drafts. I think overall though, it's a solid squad. I mean, who knows? I mean, Mark Andrews could be a top 5 tight end, Travis Kelce's top 5 tight end. This build's going to work out. And I know you have a passion for Myles Gaskin, and I mean, you sold Dwayne McFarland on him.
I did,
and you sold me a little bit on him. So I think as long as there's no competition there, Myles Gaskins could be a value in drafts. I think I just have a little hesitation towards him, simply because of the fact that I just don't know if they're going to fully commit to him.
I would have felt better with Gaskin in my running back too if I would have had an Austin Eckler, instead of Travis Kelce.
Yeah, and I think that's very well said.
So. Well, Billy, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, buddy.
Woo!
In
Another
person in Ohio.
Boom. Let's go.
Tomorrow we're at the FF Expo. I can't even say it right. We're at the FF Expo tomorrow. We are here in Ohio. I'm at Bradley's parents' house right now.
Let's go.
Drinking wine, chilling at the house.
This draft was sponsored by Lana Kugel.
He's drinking beer. I'm drinking wine. And we're here. We're doing drafts. We did an earlier draft. Check it out on YouTube. It's going to be at what's the name of the stadium? What's the name of the Brown Stadium?
First Energy Stadium.
First Energy Stadium. Browns.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, check us out. We just did a live projections review of the Cleveland Browns. Yep, right outside First Energy Stadium. So that was a lot of fun. We just avoided a storm.
Yep.
It was like 15 minutes, and a thunderstorm was about to roll in. And Billy and I were grabbing the chairs and the table.
Bird pooped on the screen and all.
I was like, Billy, you can fill out the video when we get in the car. And he's like, okay. So we hurried off.
We made it. So keep an eye out. Again, we have a TikTok channel. So it's at FantasyDataNFL, just like our Twitter channel. We're posting TikTok videos there throughout the weekend. Make sure to use the promo code FFF20 at fantasydata.com for 20% off your subscription. It stacks for all my best ball peeps. Woo. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you this weekend. More of this, more drafts.
Let's go.
More videos.
Lots of fun.
Check in. Thank you very much. Take care. Good night.